one wants to be hauling loads in the hot summer months with a broken AC unit. That's why we brought in Robert Braswell of the Technology and Maintenance Council to give us the lowdown on AC preventive maintenance. First things first, how can you tell if your AC isn't performing up to standard?
Okay, one of the common telltale signs that your HVAC isn't performing up to snuff when it comes to air conditioners is that it just isn't getting cool in the cabin, right? Some folks will take either a digital or analog thermometer and put in one of their ducts. And typically you'll see at the duct a temperature range of about 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have it on max cool and it's somewhere north of 55 or 60, it's not performing up to optimum spec. The other thing too is even in the wintertime, your air conditioner still is performing a valuable service. For the last couple decades, we've had what we call blended systems, so that the air conditioner is being used in the wintertime when you're using your defroster. So is your defroster working properly in the winter? That's another telltale sign, even though you're not in the summer months.
A milligram of prevention is worth a kilogram of cure. In other words, sometimes a bit of preventive maintenance can save you a good chunk of money in both the short and long term. So what are some easy preventive maintenance tips that you can start implementing today?
One of the first things you can do is clean or replace your external cabin air filter in the HVAC system. That's a removable filter that's somewhere in the cab. Also, while you're in there, clean the heater core too. If you do have a blended air system, you make sure all your doors and seals are good. If there's cab heat, it's controlled by a water flow valve. You want to make sure no hot water is seeping into the heater core, because that's going to be fighting itself when it comes to trying to cool the vehicle. You want to make sure your evaporator drain hose is clean and open. You do want to make sure that your refrigerant level is proper, and the only way that's accurate to do that is to have the system evacuated and refrigerant weighed and then replaced. It costs some, but it's worth it in the end. Also, you might want to change your dryer, because the dryer does get saturated eventually, and you don't want the dryer to fail and fill the system with desiccant.